What's up out there? Welcome back to some more Melvor Idle Hardcore. We are on Gen 2, episode 59. Continuing on with mining and smithing, and this has been a pretty good combination, actually. I was thinking about this today. Doing the mining at night and smithing in the day really breaks things up, gives you a little bit of variety and stuff. If you've been following this series for any length of time, you'll know that when I do something for a very long time, I kind of get itchy to go back into combat or something, you know what I mean? And it's just to break things up and not be monotonous all the time. And with this particular, well, with idle games, I guess in general, probably, but with this, you kind of get burned out on just looking at the same thing day after day after day. You know what I mean? It's kind of nice to have something different, change things up a little bit, even if it's, I get lazy and I don't want to change stuff up, but then it is kind of nice to have a different gear set for the evening and then a different gear set for the day. So switching out even something simple like just putting on the different miner's hat and the different synergies just goes a little bit towards breaking up that monotony. When I did this with my standard account, I pretty much plowed through one skill at a time, all the masteries at a time, and it really sucked. Some of these aren't bad to go through because you're constantly changing something. Mining is a very boring one to go through because there's not much to change and it takes forever to see any progress on it. So you're also kind of putting in the smithing progress because you can get a lot of smithing progress and then a little mining progress and then a lot of smithing progress. You know what I mean? It kind of moves it around. So I've really enjoyed this, and this has made it kind of go a lot quicker. It's extended this probably a little longer than it needs to be, because if you did straight mining, you'd be done by now. If you did straight smithing, you'd be done by now. You know what I mean? But working them in tandem, if I ran out of something on the smithing side, I could just go grab it on the mining side and come back. So I've really enjoyed this. And basically where we're at with mining is I only have runite ore, and I basically have, I don't know what, 2/3 of a level, 3/4 of a level, something like that, and then another full level. So I could even just spend this mastery pool XP and get there. I'm not going to though. Smithing wise, I am getting pretty far. Go ahead and apply that there. Runite is just about done, or the rune gear is pretty much done. I need to get this finished off, and the rest of it's just adamant gear. So all of the stuff that I've been mining, let's see, I've basically been mining. I don't need runite anymore, so I don't have to mine for it anymore. I know I do need to finish the levels, but we'll get to that in a second. So this one, for all intents and purposes, is done. And the smithing part, in fact, tonight I might not even mine anything. I might just go to working on adamantite bars all night and let that build up, because I'm going to need a pile of them, and I'll go ahead and finish this off. I'll have enough mastery pool XP to finish the rune dagger, and we'll be good to go. So these are going to be done probably in another couple days. This isn't a big deal here. This one will be done probably tomorrow, because this if I let this run all night and have enough, if this builds up far enough, I'll take all the mastery pool that I get, expend it into all these, and then whatever adamantite bars need to go into this stuff, we'll finish off, and that'll be that. So that's going to be the plan for probably tomorrow, is just finishing up this bit of smithing. And the mining we're going to circle back to. I was looking at this earlier today, and I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go next. Fishing and cooking would be a good combination because I need those. Let's see, I need to finish up herb lore and summoning, but they'll go hand in hand with some other things. But then I was looking at it, and I was like, rune crafting is coming up, and we're going to need a lot of runes for rune crafting. So I only have 200,000, just a couple 100,000, and we're going to need a ton of them for some of this stuff, especially once you get into the gear part of it. Hopefully I'm going to try to avoid the staves, because I don't want to have to get logs. So we'll probably start working on the hats and boots and stuff like that, and just burn these things off, starting with the air bits and go from there. So that's what we're going to do next, and that's why I wasn't going to worry about mining tonight, because I'm going to start going into rune essence mining, and I'm going to pick the synergy that gets me the most rune essence, which I want to say is the crow. So if we go to the mole And look at the crow. Base quantity for rune essence mining is doubled. So I'm going to go crazy and just try to get as much. Well, I have to make some mole tablets, I guess. But I'm going to try to make as much rune essence as I can. I'm probably going to have way too much rune essence, but that's fine. I'm going to use that all the mastery pool XP that comes along here to pay for the runite, if you want to call it that. And I mean, I could technically just pay for it right now and drop these down, but then you lose the ore respawn, you lose the mining interval, things like that. And I'd like to keep that stuff for now because it makes it faster. The HP on rune essence really doesn't matter. It's going to take a long time to get to that, especially when you're mining double essence. I mean, you're just going to have a ton of it anyway. So that's kind of going to be my plan going forward, is once we get done with smithing here, I'll go back into mining some rune essence and finish that one off, and then go ahead and do rune crafting. So that'll be a nice segue right into that. And I was looking at this, so I guess we'll go over our completion log. I had 2.451 billion. I now have 2.471, so made a little bit less money. Obviously, we're selling a lot less gear. The dragon gear sells for a lot of money. The adamant gear, not so much. So we've gone up a little bit, but not much. Let's see here while we're looking at this. The overall completion log that I used to have was 94.49 in the last video, and we're now at 94.58. So pretty much 1%, not 1%, 0.1%. Not a whole lot, but that's a lot of, let's switch over to the mastery thing here. That's a lot of the smithing stuff done. And the mastery part was at 94.56, and this is at 94.03. And the reason I keep bringing these the completion log and the mastery especially, the reason I keep mentioning those and, saying that this video was out a couple of days ago, is to give you an idea how long it's taking to get this mastery stuff done. This is a very long grind. You can get a lot of skills done quickly. You can get a lot of combat done quickly. This does not go very quickly. Now, I will say that I'm very pleased with the progress on this account right now. My standard account took forever to get it done. Now, I did a lot of other things with my standard account, and we're at the full 1.0 version of the game. So, and I've had 2 other accounts that I've gone through. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is my 3rd account, really. So it makes it a lot easier, a lot better decision making, I think. But we are down to just a few skills left, or masteries to work on. Number 1 is fishing, cooking, rune crafting, herb lore, and summoning. So by the time we're done, really this is going fairly nicely. By the time we're done with, say, rune crafting, I ought to have summoning pretty well done. Herb lore is going to be most of the way done. I think it's going to take some combat to finish off, but it's going to be most of the way done. And then fishing and cooking ought to finish off summoning. I'm not sure that they'll finish off herb lore, though. The problem with herb lore is you have all these combat stuff to work on, and I don't necessarily have all the parts for everything. Like, I can't work on this one till I get large horns. Diamond Lux, I got plenty of diamonds. Lethal toxins we're done with. I mean, this one I could let run. I could get some of these done, but we're going to have to go into combat for some of this stuff. Divine potions I could get done pretty easily. These I could buy my way into, but like the eyeballs, I will run out of eyeballs at some point. I have to go get some of these wildflowers. You know what I mean? Some of this stuff I'm going to have to go get components for, unless I can skip around them. So we'll have to go get those. But as far as skill potions go, there's not really a whole lot left. Most of these are at 99. I got the generous cook, which we'll be doing on cooking. The seeing gold, I can throw that one in at any time. I'm not using it for mining or smithing, so I don't care. I don't need this part. I don't need the silver stuff yet. The fisherman's one is done. Skilled fletching's done. Gentle hands I still got to work on. This one I can use mastery pool XP for. Stardust is done. Crafting's done. Perfect swing's done. Most of these are done. The elemental will do this when we do rune crafting, and that's it. So there's a lot of a few non-combat ones and a lot of combat ones, I think. There's a lot of combat in here and not as many non-combats. So I don't have as much to do non-combat wise that would finish off the combat ones, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But instead of doing fishing and cooking, I think I want to do rune crafting, because that'll go nicely dovetail right into the mining and smithing combination I got going. It'll finish off mining for me. I don't have to worry about, like, I wouldn't necessarily go and do the runite and then do the rune essence. You know what I mean? I think that's a waste of time, because I could spend, this gets you the mastery pool XP faster by directly mining up the runite. But on the flip side, the mastery pool I have could take care of this now, and I'm going to have to do rune essence anyway. So I may as well kill two birds with one stone. That's the thinking there. And that's kind of about it. That's where we're going. I think that's going to be a nice way of moving forward. That'll get runecrafting is going to be a long slog too. But if we have plenty of runes and don't have to stop and go mine for it, we'll be good. And I'll let that go overnight some night. Maybe tomorrow night I'll let that pick up the rune essence. And then the other thing I was looking at is cleaning out my inventory. So all this gold ore I was talking about using, I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. I don't think I need it. I thought about it a little bit more. I think 60,000 is fine. I just don't feel like spending the time smithing it up. It would be nice if I needed it, but I really don't think I need it. And I think I need to get really, take a really hard look at what all my item slots, because I'm going to lose 10 as soon as I switch my agility pillar over. So I need to make sure I'm paying attention. Let's see, this will be used in rune crafting. This will be used in fishing. So those are good. I can sell that circlet of relics. I do have another crown of relics in here I can sell. And then the rest of this stuff's kind of, it's going to stay there, but I really need to start cleaning out some of this stuff. Tablet wise, I was looking at my tablets. I don't think there's really anything I want to get rid of. The leprechaun and monkey I could probably ditch, because there's not really anything I can do with those. Like, for any skills, it's all thieving or crafting based stuff, which I don't really care about, but they don't sell for anything. So right now it's not costing me any money. And if I wanted to go get something out of thieving, I've already got them made. So I'm going to hang on to those for a little bit. The devil one, I think I could get rid of, but it's really good to mix with the crow when you start doing the rune crafting. So these I'll probably keep on to. The wolf one, I'm not sure if I want to keep that or not. I'll have to hang on to it for combat. And then I was looking through my potions. I think I'm good on potions. I'll keep this stuff for now. Just the consumable stuff. The adamantite, I'll be able to get rid of. I'll be able to get rid of coal. Once I get smithing done, I can get rid of these two. That'll free up some room. Same thing with the bars here. Get rid of those. That's 3 more spots. So now we're down to 105 bank slots taken up. And then, finish up some of the herblore stuff. That'll get rid of these. And then, of course, summoning gets rid of 3 more if I can use those up. And I might try to figure out how long I want to let summoning run and then burn these off. You know what I mean? Just use them off and be done with them. Oh, just to get ahead of this, because I'm going to have to either sell or just delete some of this stuff. But that's a problem for another day. So that's what we're doing. We are going to finish up smithing, finish off mining with rune essence, and then go directly into rune crafting, and that will be started for the next video. Probably went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.